My friend Noah is planning on getting an Xbox 360, and I'm really excited about the prospect of being able to play Xbox Live with him. I live in Kitsap County, and he lives in Bremerton, and I have to take an hour boat ride just to go over and see him. So the prospect of being able to play video games against him is very exciting during the night. So he is absolutely going to get, probably as his first game, one of the first games I got for my Xbox 360, Capcom's Dead Rising, the zombie classic. So I'm going to review Dead Rising for Xbox 360. Dead Rising by Capcom is the very first game that I got with the Xbox 360. It is one of the killer apps that really encouraged me to invest in the new hardware. The story surrounds freelance photojournalist Frank West, who is tipped off to take a helicopter ride to a huge shopping mall in a remote town in Colorado. The entire town is run over with zombies, and thanks to some stupid old lady who opened up the barricaded door to let her little lost poodle through, the entire shopping mall is soon overrun with thousands upon thousands of zombies. The similarities between George Romero's classic zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead, is so strong that Capcom actually put a disclaimer statement on the front of the game box. Frank has to then help some stranded government agents try to uncover the truth about how the zombie apocalypse came to be and survive long enough as you can before the helicopter comes to pick you up in 3 days. This probably has the best interactive story on the 360. This is a perfect example of the kind of big graphical budget gaming that can be pulled off by the Xbox 360 and the PS3. The screen is sometimes filled with hundreds of zombies in a massive, sprawling, super detailed environment, and there's simply no way that this game could have been pulled off on PS2 or Xbox One. The graphics are so completely mind-blowing and detailed on the level that on a thing we just haven't seen before. You can walk through the mall and see all the products on the shelves and read the text on the package. There's an extremely high level of destructible interaction with the environment. Facial animation on the zombie characters have the expression for the hungry flesh of the living. This game is completely designed for high-resolution TV and monitors. Capcom apparently did not sufficiently test the game on standard resolution TVs, and most of the text is too small to be legible on standard definition non-HD TVs, thus making the game unplayable in standard TVs, and Capcom really still should consider making a patch for this. Oh, also this game is Dead Rising just made the $30 bestsellers list. So you can get it new for $30 and used for even less. The environments are huge, and it really takes you several minutes of fighting through the zombie horde from one side of the mall to the other. Luckily, there's a decent map, and you can select a destination and follow the on-screen directions to get you where you need to go. There's optional side quests where you need to find barricaded survivors and escort them to the safety of the security headquarters. This helps you gain experience points and level up. Frank West can use just about any item in the mall as a weapon in the struggle. This includes a big stuffed teddy bear, a push lawnmower that makes the zombies go blah, baseball bats, CDs, 2x4s, shower heads, chairs, plates, bowling balls, knives, chainsaw, hockey sticks, toy laser swords, frisbees, soda cans, parasols, pylons, pies, HDTVs, potted pants, shovels, push bins, soccer balls, benches, battle axes, skateboards, katana swords, shotguns, machine guns, and pistols. And the list does not even include doesn't even begin to include all the incredible plethora of possible weapons. After using a weapon a number of times, it will eventually break, and so the search for new weapons is a major element in the game. My favorite item is the electric guitar that makes a sound when you smash zombies with it, and the push lawnmower that you can just shred the undead bastards into mulch. The first time that you find a car and drive through a zombie-infested underground passage beneath the mall is quite a special event. There are hundreds of different kinds of zombies, and you don't really notice a repeating single character designs. All the boss characters are living human people who have turned into mentally deranged psychopaths by the zombie apocalypse. There's a psychotic evil clown that juggles chainsaw, a hillbilly gun store owner, a really fat evil female rental cop, and the absolute favorite, one supermarket store owner that makes a shopping cart of death to defend his store from the zombies that want to vandalize his precious store. It's a delicious irony that while the mall is filled with the living dead, the real evil in the game is the regular, normal humans. There is some music in the cinematic element scenes and the fights with the psycho bosses, but most of the soundtrack is filled with the paranoia-inducing sound and moans of zombie masses. I put on some hardcore 80s heavy metal on the playlist on my iPod to kill zombies to. Anthrax and Megadeth really put you in the mood to kill some zombies with large, blunt, heavy objects. After playing the game for several straight hours, I went to bed and dreamed about beating zombies with large, blunt objects. There's a quite controversial save game system where you can only save the game in the mall bathroom or by taking a nap. And by making saving points scarce, it sort of adds to the sense of isolation and paranoia. And it gets rid of this addiction to saving and loading that really has so many computer-based games have. I mean, when compared to the automatic save and load Call of Duty 2, I sort of see where Capcom went with this system. However, there is a possible problem when you can save the game and there's not enough time to get to the next vital story point, or with not enough health and weapons to make it. Frank will actually get up and take a leak in the urinal to save the game. It's really interesting. There is an option to restart the game over and get to keep your experience and skills, but start the game over again with the level that you have achieved. I started the game over about 3 or 4 times and went through and finished the game. The beginning of the game goes a lot quicker when you're at a higher level and you can really beat the zombies and take a beating. And it lets you catch up to where you were when you needed a restart. There is more people that need saving, and there are more psychopaths that can be beat in a single attempt at the game. And this creates a decent desire to replay the game and find the stuff that you didn't have the time to get done the first time around. I absolutely have been waiting since this game originally came out for news of the sequel. I am overjoyed to see that this was a bestseller, and now you can get it for $30 discounted. And this has encouraged for Capcom to reconsider making more games for the Xbox 360. Dead Rising is a completely re-envisioned approach to the entire concept of survival horror games. Dead Rising makes me optimistic about where the entire video game industry is going in this era of high-detailed 3D graphics. Stock up with some beef jerky before playing, and this game is completely orgasmically zombastic.